Hola people and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. So people, what we doing? We're doing a little sneak peek, right? And it's for the plate coming to Pretty Fingers by Robin on July 17th. So this Friday, basically at 10 a.m. You already know the deal. Here's the stuff though. There's gonna be two reprints, and it's basically flower number two. Hang on, I gotta see. Yo, listen. So flower number two has the rose. Okay, that's how I'm making the differentiation there because that one has the rose, and then flower number three has the water lily because it does also have was that more like a carnation? It says peonies. Okay, okay, those are peonies. Don't be tripping, dude. Okay, so here it is. Número dos, número tres. Number two, number three, right? So let's look at number two. 204. And then number three is 205. And I do have the money that I did do with both of these plates coming up on here. So definitely take a look at that. You can see it in action, but one of my favorite, the morning glory. Look how gorgeous that it just opens up. So beautiful, and it really does look like a hibiscus to me, which is, a really beautiful flower as well. It kind of looks like that flower or the Puerto Rican flower, the country flower, whatever. So cute. Love it. Alright, so we have that, and then we have the little thingy of roses. I pull. I'm giving you three little roses, my dear, but then the individual, and then bam, the big old rose head. I mean, you could take that big old rose head, right? And then bam, bam, like make it a bunch of them. That doesn't have to be a bunch because they're pretty big. So I'm thinking, well, we should just go ahead and do it and be quiet. So let's do that, okay? When we get to the stamping part. Here's the orchid, absolutely gorgeous too. Look how beautiful that is. There's the carnation one. And you know what? I mean, they really do look like this peonies. I mean, they look a lot like dude. So chill. We not that crazy. Psych, we sure are. We nuts as heck. So here's the lavender. Go right over it. A little purple. I love these within the flower bouquet. Love it. Always a little wildflower. Okay, I'm calling it wild, but what I mean is like different and not just one specific flower. Although that's beautiful, but it's so hard to pick. So normally I'm the girl with the bouquet with the different kinds in there. Have a little lavender, the little white ones that they put in there. Oh, I just love it. And these cute little guys right here, the hydrangea. I don't even know how you say hydrangea. Yeah, them things. They're not my favorite, dude. They're really not. Them bushes don't be plain. They everywhere. So that's the deal. It isn't big and in small. And this is the reprint. That's what this is. This is the reprint one. So no changes were made to it, but it's just like a teeny tiny bit smaller than the other. I would say I should bring it out just because it has like a surrounding around. You know what I mean? Where the other one did not have that. Okay, so here we go. Here's number one, and I'm noticing, well, this is actually the new one. I don't know where the old one is. It's somewhere, but anyway, you can see here, we'll compare the same one here, and you can see that it is just a teeny tiny bit bigger, and it was a lot closer to the edge, where this one is a teeny tiny bit smaller. And we should go ahead and compare that in a stamp when we do it, but you can see it. It's very, very little. It's not, big difference, but that's what happened. I don't know what went down, but they kind of squished everything in. But it's exactly the same as far as the images, they have not changed. So that is numero two. And now let's take a look at numero three, which is 205 flower number three. And then when we look at it here again, it's the same situation where it's just like a little bit scooped over there. This is the old one and then the new. But these actually really do look like the same size, dude. But we'll definitely pick it up. So this one, numero three, has the water lilies on it. Look how pretty they are with the little pods right here too. And then you have this really gorgeous, which I'm not even gonna try to say that right there, dude. With some cosmos. I can tell you that. It's so cute. I love this flower. I love this flower. You got your iris, your little iris, real pretty there. And then you have them, of course, in the small and the big. And you got the peonies right there. Oh, and this one is just absolutely gorgeous. The color lily, look at that. They are one pretty lady right there. Yes, that guy in the smaller one. So that is numero tres of the oh snap. Okay, so I had the other one. This is the small this is the new one with the thing on the side, but it's really the same anyway. So we're gonna be picking it up. The last one that is a new plate. It's super cute. Look at that. Oh man, I love it. Cave people. And not only do you have the people that could be reverse stamped, the images that could be reverse stamped there, you also have really cool still type of images too, whatever it is, where you're not gonna be coloring anything, and of course you could stamp in any color that you want, but that's what it is, and look how cute, like a little version of the little bam bam. What were they called? Was it? Espérate, hang on. Okay, Wilma. You know what I'm talking about. I can't think of the name right now. But yeah, that's what it looks like to me. And they have that really big font. They got the little mamas. And they have a tiger there. The toilet paper's so funny. With a little odor coming out of it and on a bone. You know what I mean? There's Bam Bam with the stick, I mean, bat looking thing. There's the papa, there's the Sissy, and there's another one. I mean, really, really, really cute and adorable, and also really fun. I had a really good time using this right here, kind of constructing a kind of like a scene of them hunting. And look at that with the water. I love these symbols. Look how pretty that animal is right there. Super, super gorgeous. Look at that. With this being they're walking off with their food. And the mammoth right there. Ah, yeah. You can make them fight each other, whatever you want to do. The little one, I love that fish. Look at the snakes and boy, then you got the little sea turtle and little hands and stuff and the lizard. And look how cute they're on a boat. It's just really, really adorable plate. Love. Love. So those are the three that are gonna be coming out, and let's go ahead and pick some stuff up, baby. Let's do it. Definitely believe that we need to sandwich in one of these flowers here. Thinking that rose would be nice to sandwich in. Let's do it. I mean, why not? I have this little jelly color right here, so let's just do it to the thumb right here. We're just gonna color it. Boom, boom. I mean, I know we're doing a little sneak peek or whatever, whatever. And we're not really doing nails, but who's gonna stop me? Nobody. Nobody's coming in here busting the door down. Talk about stop. In the name of love. Yeah, they're not doing that. So we can go ahead and do what we do. Pretty. We are gonna give it a second coat and then we'll sandwich it in, okay? But in the meantime, let's go ahead and pick up the cave people, right? So this one is number 408, Cave Writing and People. It's what it's called. So let's do it. Oh my gosh, listen, I just did this entire thing, my second call without you. Oh, me so mad. Now let's do it over. Annoying. Okay, so let's be real now. Pick it up, okay? Let me begin. I have this here so it could be. So here's what I did. I picked up this cute little side right here, and these are the smaller images. Over here, you have them in a bigger size. We're gonna pick up the smaller one, so now what we could get as much as possible. Here it is. little animals, whatever, whatever. Some people. I mean, the whole gang. Let me get a bigger guy too. Hold up. There we go. Get more of that. Boom. As much as we can. There it is. We have our pretty, look at him. Boom. Fighting. Hold on. I'm basically just getting rid of some people that are not whole. If you're not whole, you gone. But there we have him doing that little hunting thing. He's on his boat as well. We have the fish in the water. I love that guy right there. He's so cool. And the way that these little oak guys, things are like that. And all bent backwards. And this one with the little swirl. How cute is that? The guys carrying their fine or their catch, Love that. So we're going to put these little guys right here. Boom. So cool. Really love those images. My favorite. Okay. However, the plane, what I was saying is like it's completely freaking the one stop. You know what I mean? Your one stop shop type deal because you have the animals, you have the family and stuff, you have the scenes. Okay, something here, little stick, pop, pop, your no stick. And you have your little stumps or whatever, cave, your fire, and then you also have this still host thing over here. So freaking cool. So the play is flipping amazing. I'm not here to lie to you. I mean, it's right here. So I picked up the people, and this is a size differentiation right here. When you can see Bam Bam and Shorty and Bam Bam in a taller, version. So the bigger and then the smaller one. You can see, I mean, even for the pinky, even the big one could fit on there. But if I didn't have free edge, these guys right here, the bigger images, he could still sit right on my nail. Free edge just means I get to add more. No, I get to add a scene behind him or something. But the toilet paper, is that not hilarious? The little toilet paper roll with the smell thing going on. I love that. That's so funny. Okay, so those are the things that I did pick up. So since I'm here, right, let's go ahead and pick up something else then too. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the stick right here and the little thingy. Boom. I do have the eye, and I have the animal skull there. It kind of looks like, Arizona type deal, a little western nail. If you're doing a theme nail, you could definitely use that right here. Boom, look how beautifully perfect that is. The sun, little sun right there too. And got the little snake. How cool is that? Really, really nice. You could chop his head off, you know what I mean, if you wanted to, and just use that shape. It's a really cute and fun shape as well to use. Bam, there's your size differentiation right next to each other. Boom. Nice. For homegirls, we have different styles of hair too. You have the two ponytail. You know what I mean? You have homegirl right here with the side deal. Her as well, but she has like a little shaggy going on in the front. But also in the style that they wearing these clothes, dude, is like little caveman, but they with style. She got the animal print, of course. Homegirl got the skirt and the shirt there, and then this one has a little dress. But she doesn't have any shoes more. Maybe none of them do. Yeah, they don't have shoes, dude. Look at these little cute guys. I mean, you just can't go wrong with this. It's definitely a good one. Now let's go with the flowers, which I have two coats of my little jelly here. And I'm gonna put my flower on it and then put another jelly on top of it, right? So I wanna do the rose, the rose is so pretty in this morning in white, right? So that way the little jelly could go on top of it. And what's gonna happen is I'm clearly gonna need to pick up the rose several times in order to get the look that I'm going for. Now I am going to probably maybe get rid of the stems. I don't know. If I was doing this for real, I'll probably get rid of the yeah, I would get rid of the leaves. And it'll just be the rose for me. That's just the style that I would want. Hold up, I could barely see because it's white, dude. Hang on, and then I have white underneath it too. Okay, so that would be one. Okay, now we'll put it, let's say, here. Kind of want them tight. I want them tight. There's no matter. Oh no. There she is. And then we're gonna do another and another. Pop, pop, pop. You know what I mean? You go. You don't have to. You don't have to stand there for that. Hold up. Here we go. We're gonna put this right here in this corner. And try to split her up a little bit and use her other side to come over here on the end. Boom. So I'm all covered up. Except for maybe right here. Maybe I could come over here with this little side. Maybe it's too weird. Hold up. Let me get rid of this. And I can still have a little swirl thing happening. Little swirly maybe. Boom. Okay. We got in there. It don't be easy to get up in those little areas. Now, what I'm gonna do though, so it doesn't smear, right? Because I might smear it anyway. I'm gonna use my non-stick right here. She modern. It's a stamping sealer that she has. It says watercolor on it. But I'm just using it right here to stamp seal. If I have watercolor or pigment powder or whatever, chrome, this thing will seriously seal it up. Boom, boop. Real nice. Okay, so that'll take a few seconds there. And let's put some flowers, you know what I mean? Our little display here. And we're gonna do them, of course, in black so we can see them. What do we want? What do we want? I mean, all of them. But let's get our little orchard. They're very, very pretty. Let's start there. Let's start with this orchard and get our home girl right here. So beautiful, spring, and it's also kind of cute that it has the some of their names on here. I've definitely seen a lady doing those mornings when she puts the name of the flower. I mean, you know, it's cute. If you wanted to do that, that's adorable. Let's put a little orchard right here. Pretty. She's even got a little bud coming in. How pretty is she? There she is. You can see her better. She could be right there. Or you could call stems if you want it. Just have her like this. Have her coming from the side right here and give it a stem as well. You know, whatever you want. It's just such a beautiful little thing there. And you got your little, these little ones right here. Let's get them. Let's get this guy. She has really pretty leaves. And that's something you could also steal from her, you know. You could take her leaves with that glove. I don't need you today with your leaves. And they go work. We're gonna get some of the awards too. See her little leaves? They're so pretty. You could just take the leaf if you want it. Whatever you want. Look how beautiful that little floral bash, let's say. We're gonna put them on here. It's so pretty. Gorgeous. Look at those little lines on that leaf right there. Super, super pretty. Love it. Love it, love it, love it right here. And then you have your cute little quote or whatever, on top of it in white, like life sucks. I mean, life is great, something like that. And then we have our little, a cute little morning glory. We're gonna get this one with the word, okay? Let's get that on there too. That could be what you put on there. Little morning glory. Or whatever the flower you choose. There it is, the flower of your choosing. We're gonna get the rose next. That's really gorgeous. These realistic flowers, they're not the cartoon type. They the real deal with all their little details and stuff. Super, super gorgeous. This is my baby right here. Oh, it's beautiful. Here you go, Miss Morning Glory. How pretty. And what I also enjoy is the little bit of shading that it has within it. It just makes it a really beautiful image when you color it in and you put it in here. So, so, so pretty. Morning glory. So gorgeous. I did want the rose. Let's hook up the rose. And then probably this little flower weeds one. Love those. Like I said, within the filler, but not only that. Like for spring mommies, it could be something that comes from your tip. Like they from the bottom up. Let's get rid of this right here. It's so cute because it kind of looks like it's wrapped. Like, here you go, it's for you. Simply because it's Tuesday. Actually, it's Tuesday. Look how pretty that is. Cute. Bouquet. That's the word I was looking for. It's like a little bouquet. So cute. And let's get those right there. But those little things are, those are lilac, I don't know, but they are so cute. Hold up, it actually may have had the word here, and I was like, nope. No, it's the lavender, I'm tripping. It's the lavender, it is. It does have the lavender word on it as well. Look how pretty those are. So cute. Here you go. Lavender. Very cute. So what I'm saying is that those could kind of go like at the bottom, and then at the top you have your sun or whatever you want to put on it. You could have a tree back there, some grass, and he is, just your bottom guys right there with a pretty little scene. It could even be a beach scene. And this is, the weeds in the bottom or whatever. That's really cute. I like it. I mean, I'm down with that. Alright, any other that we want to get from over here? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we got a whole bunch, baby. Okay, we'll do the other one, and I'm gonna go ahead and do my top coat on my rolls. Well, not top coat, but my sandwich, okay? And the thing with it, basically, I want to try not to overlap, you know what I mean? So, because if you overlap, then you have a different thing there. You kind of want to one stroke it. You one stroke this one. Come on, this one. One stroke on this side, and done. You can see in the middle, it kind of overlapped a little bit. Don't want to. There it is. A little sandwich roses in there. So cute. Alright, we'll let that dry up a little bit and now put a mat on it so we can see it better because this is like glistering everywhere. You know how that goes. You know how that goes. Okay, so we have that and let's pick up the last one. The number 205 flowers 3. But before we move on, let me get this lavender from the old plate, okay? So the new one has a little extra space that I was showing you here. And the images are just a teeny tiny bit smaller than the old. The old comes all the way out. You can see with the rose. So let's go ahead, and I'm saying the lavender just because that's the one that's there. Let's pick up from the old plate. Bigger lavender there, and we'll compare it. Hold up. Boom. So it's just a teeny tiny bit smaller, which I don't think anybody will have a problem. Most people be like, yo, why they so big? Here we go. We got the little lavender name, and I can already see it's way bigger than the other. Okay, I said way bigger, but why am I acting up? It's really not. This is even the same one. Because look, it's actually exactly the same size, dude. Exactly. It doesn't look bigger, but you see, literally the same size. I'm imagining that, okay? It's the same. Look. Let's do another. Let's do the rose bush. You saw that. That's the rose bush from the old. No, let's do my rose bush from the old. And see. I could have sworn there was like a tiny bit, but maybe not. The proof is in the pudding, baby. The proof is in the pudding. Here it is. Boom, my little rose. Hold up. Here it is. With the word and everything. Maybe it's just some rose right next to rose. Dude. Oh no, let's put it on top. Look. Nope. It's the same size. You see that? Exactly the same. I don't know how they did it, dude. I don't know how they scooched over, but still had exactly the same size on them. But it is definitely scooched over. You know what I mean? Hmm. I don't know, but same deal because we just proved it, baby. Now let's do the last one. What though? Let me do the carnation too, right? I'm gonna do the carnation, but I can see it's the same size. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up carnation so we can have another flower, okay? Because right here, which one is this one? That's the orchid, right? The smaller one, this is the bigger one. And then we have the rose, we have the lavender, we have the glowing, the morning glory, and this was the hydrangea, whatever, whatever. Now let me get carnation though. Hold up. And then the carnation, you can see they have the, but I think, what do you the bouquet. And then they have the single carnation. And then they just have them in big and small. So this guy is actually the bigger one and then the smaller of the individual. So let's pick them both up. Boop. Here we go, carnation, baby. You see, can I get that word in? Yeah, mommy, I sure can. I love carnation. They're also very, very pretty. Although they're not the morning glory, right? They're not that, but you know, they're good. They're good enough. Let's see if I can get this guy in here. Yep, sure can. Right here on the side. Hold up. We're not gonna air stamp here. You're gonna come down on it right here. Bam. Carnation, single, and bouquet. Nice. I love me some flower money. Okay, so here's that guy. He still looks kind of white, right? Maybe I should do another one of these so he could have two. So he's gonna be double wound up. Hold up, hold up. Yeah, it is. Yeah, mama. Okay. Whoa. There it is. The two definitely sandwiched him in much better. Cutie though, cutie, I like. And then also, I think we should also put pop a white one. You know what I mean? Counteracting. Yeah, let's do it. Let's wait for that to dry off though. And then we're gonna pick up from the third one, the water lily one with the peonies and stuff. And also has the cosmos in it, which I love, and this beautiful color lily. Let's get a few of those up here so we can finish our deal, baby. Let's do it. Maybe I can pick them up together. Let me see who's together. From the smaller ones, I'm sure I could. So maybe we could get this Edie, this Iris one here, and then also get, what are these? The Cosmos? I don't know what they are. Hold up. We'll figure it out once we have it up. Hold on. Maybe I could get these three right here. Boom. There we are. How cute is that? Okay, so not three, dude, because look, we cut off the rest of her, so we're just gonna have two. But they two big ones right here. The little Edie's. How pretty is this? So it's just two versions of it. Two little, like a singular and then the bouquet of the Edie. Super pretty. See, and again, look at those beautiful little details. Hang on, let me get this zoomed right on the little leaves and stuff. It's so cute, right? Look at that, the flower itself, and the little bud coming in right here. It's gorgeous. Okay, so we have that. Let's get us some cosmos. Those are the prettiest. Oh, look at that gorgeous one. That's really, really gorgeous. I love those too, though. Listen, flowers. All of them. We'll take them all. Let's get us some cosmos. You cannot go wrong. You could do flowers and anything. Flowers and animals. Flowers and, anything. And the other thing, flowers and skulls. I mean, anything. Flowers. Fruits. Fruits and flowers, right? That's so pretty. I like this little Cosmo one. So you have the bouquet, and then you have the singular one as well. Little bouquet, so cute. Damn, let's put those cosmos right there. There it is. Boom, here you go, happy Mama's Day. Or whatever. It doesn't really have to be, dude. I'm just saying. It could just be garden flowers, and you have a whole bunch of them. That's cute. And of course, we gotta have the water lily, baby. Let's get the smaller one so that way we could get more than one look of it. Here we go. Let's get our little babies right here. And then basically, there's three of them, right? And looking at them, you have the flower by herself. The flower, like, it's kind of like opened up, I guess, a little bit more. But this one, I'm thinking it's the only one with a little lily pad underneath it, kind of cascading down. So let's get all three of them there. Here we go. I think I could get all three of these babies on one thing right here. On one little dude. Here they are. You have the one with the little cascading, and then the other one with the three spread out, and then the flower, right? The bigger one here. Boom. Here we go. Bam. So pretty, so pretty. I love the water lilies. They're gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then we have one more we want to get from here. You know what? Whatever the name of this thing is, he is huge and beautiful and big. I want to say this is the one Robin loves. She has this, I think. And there's a lot of her pictures with this guy. Huge. Look how big that baby is. He's like a decal. You know what I mean? Bam, there it is. Look how pretty. Wow, that's so beauty. Imagine if you were to do different colors. Well, you know what? You could actually like ombre your nail and then put this on top of it, or smooshy, or whatever. Take a look, kind of, and a whole bunch of different colors on it. Pretty, pretty thing. Okay, let me get this thing in white. Let me get my roll in white and then throw her on top of my jelly thing, right? For the fun look. For the for more of a contrast look. Here we go. Boom. Here you go, mamacita. Slide over. Yo, it'd be so hard to see. I'm not even gonna front. And for this one, I'm gonna leave her little leaves, alright? And here she's gonna be right on the side of it. Kind of like in between two of them. Boom. Yo, she actually creates a really big mess. Because she's not colored in, Dito. But I just wanted to show the difference between them and have like a contrast, and you can see that little squish jelly in there. So don't do that unless you color half. Because then it's just lines, you know what I mean? That's the magic of reverse stamping, right? That it's not just overlapping lines, right? You actually have real images. So let's do a recap. Alright, here we go. Let's recap. Oh, and I did put a top coat on this. Hang on, let me see if I can get my. There we go. So you can see my lines there in white, like a loca. But you can also see the little jelly part that is actually not, white standing out like that. But if I were to reverse stamp that and then put it on top, it would actually, I think, look like a really pretty money, baby. So maybe, okay? Maybe. But now let's recap. And here's what we got coming out this 17th. Numero uno, which is a brand new play, 408. Cave writing and people. There you have it. And you can peep out the money that I have attached to this video that I did use this, but I did not. You said this is all about these guys, but there they are, so adorable. And then you have the little animals and stuff, and the toilet paper, and you have some stuff for the actual scenes in that family, though. What's up with that family? You have some of their little items too over here as well. And then we went off into Flower World, baby. The garden. Espérate, what they call it? What is it? Dang it. Can't even think of it. Can't think of it. You have the zoo, and then you have is it a botanical garden? I don't know. But anyhow, here is numero 3. This is 305, 205, flowers 3. Because it has a little water lily. That's how I know. And then you also have a lot of beautiful little peonies. And you have the calla lilies and the cosmos and the irises as well. Really, really beautiful. We have those right here. Wait, that's the road. Here we go. We got the little iris here in the cosmos, and then we have our little water lily. Looks like we did some carnations on this side. There's our little carnations right here. Ay, espérate, no. Yeah. Are they? No, those are the peonies. Listen, the carnations is here, though. This is flower numero dos. Okay, hold up. That's number 3. This is flower numero dos. And on this one is the one that you have the lavender, the carnations, the rose, the morning glory. Alright, and then the orchid as well. So, anything that you need, you know what I mean? Bam, you got it, baby. As well as some cave people. So that's what's popping this Friday the 17th, 10 a.m. at Pretty Fingers by Robin's website. Check it. And if you don't want to come back next week, baby, because I'm going to have more, okay? More like this. Yo, remember, share that love, boo. Keep yourself in good spirits. You need that for your survival, dude. For your mental survival. Peace. Au revoir. Hey guys, please remember to like and subscribe.